Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt are now being sued by a former client of their Connections classroom for racketeering, business fraud, and encouragement of abuse. The lawsuit was filed on January 27th by Michael Robert Tillman. He's accusing Ruby and Jodi of using the Connections classroom to manipulate therapy clients by using their life coaching skills. He said they were getting the clients to pay exorbitant amounts of money for services and isolating and alienating them from all their family and friends. This sounds so familiar, guys. This is exactly what Jodi and Ruby did to their own families. The claim stated Franke, Hildebrandt, and others, known and unknown, have been engaging in a widespread racketeering enterprise in pursuit of power and profit through the advertisement, sale, and provision of fraudulent services and products designed to prey on vulnerable individuals and encourage victims to perpetuate illegal acts onto others. So Michael Tillman is now divorced from his wife, but when they were together, he said that he and his wife went to couples therapy in 2015 with none other than Jodi Hildebrandt. He says after several sessions that Hildebrandt told his now ex-wife that he needed to be brought into the truth, which of course is Jodi's famous ideology. He says this led to their marriage falling apart and an awful custody battle over their child. Now he is also suing his ex-wife in this. He says after they started attending therapy with Hildebrandt, she then accused him of being addicted to pornography. We've heard this in the past. And of course, he says he wasn't. He says that Jodi Hildebrandt then told his wife that she should divorce him if he didn't agree to take all of these courses and classes through Connections. When they decided that they just were not able to reconcile, he tried to get his wife to see another counselor and she refused. He actually says that several members of Connections are still following Jodi Hildebrandt's teachings, even though she's in prison. And he says they're even recruiting more members into Connections and allegedly continuing to abuse their children. The suit he filed says Hildebrandt's mythology has led to the commission of countless crimes and torts by Hildebrandt and Connection members, all of which did not come to light until the arrests and subsequent sentencing of Hildebrandt and Franke in August 2023 and February 2024, respectively. Once Franke and Hildebrandt's criminal activity was exposed, thousands of individuals reported that Connections destroyed their lives and their families. Many even say they contemplated taking their own lives because of this enterprise. When Ruby Franke was sentenced, she said this: "For the past 4 years, I've chosen to follow counsel and guidance that has led me into a dark delusion. My distorted version of reality went largely unchecked as I would isolate from anyone who challenged me." Mr. Tillman is saying the exact same thing happened to him. He claims that his ex-wife and Hildebrandt immediately identified him as an individual in distortion upon whom they needed to inflict severe psychological abuse to be brought into the truth. He says that his ex-wife masterfully implemented the enterprise's dark teachings to destroy his life. He's claiming the two women were engaged in a racketeering enterprise by advertising and selling fraudulent services and encouraging others to perpetuate illegal and harmful acts, specifically child abuse, child torture, and psychological abuse. He says that he was made to pay for some of these services by his wife, of course, and he says that the concepts taught by Hildebrandt ultimately led children to extreme danger. And then, of course, he cited what happened to Ruby Franke's children. He added his wife into this lawsuit, saying that she enthusiastically implemented Hildebrandt's teachings for over a decade. And he says that she endangered their 10-year-old daughter and said now he sees things that he believes were part of these teachings. He says that signs of dehydration, sunburn, and other injuries could have stemmed from abuse based on Ruby Franke's situation. He's suing all three women for millions of dollars and says that his wife is actually still following Jodi Hildebrandt's teachings today. He went on to say that what happened to Ruby Franke's children was part of a larger scheme spanning nearly 2 decades, which damaged hundreds of families, including his family and thousands of individuals.